Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and this video, which is a chat about why gamers are getting ripped off left, right and centre on the Sony digital game store and what can they do about it. So let's get on with today's video. After yesterday's video, which I will link top right of your screen, which was basically looking at a game on the PlayStation Store, seeing what was delivered and actually looking at what was promised, I went through and had a look on the PlayStation Store and it surprised me the amount of absolute rubbish available to purchase. As a consumer, it's nice sometimes just to browse and treat yourself, and nowhere is that truer than the Sony Game Store. You know, you've got the hardware, all you need is some new software, and you've got a brand new experience. You've got a budget in your mind, so you look through the store. What is Sony doing to make sure that we're not getting ripped off? Well, the answer is nothing. If you have a service like Netflix, for example, you'll be able to see what other people thought of that film before you even watch it. If you go to Amazon, you'll be able to see what other people genuinely thought of that product before you purchase it. There's nothing like that on the Sony Store. There's not even a rating. I could not find a rating. I'm sure years ago there used to be a 5-star or a 1-star rating that you could put on a game. Please correct me in the comments section if I'm wrong on that, because I can't find it anywhere, not even a simple rating. It's like they want every single person to find out that experience themselves rather than asking a friend or looking down below the product and seeing what other people thought of that product. It really is anti-consumer. So why is the store set up in this way? Why are they not protecting their customers, their lifeblood of the IP? And I still don't know the answer. I've had a look through and I started to Google. I was like, okay, does it cost money to publish a game? Are they just looking at these smaller rubbish games as another revenue stream? And it seems that there isn't a cost up front to put your game onto the PlayStation Store. Okay, so it's not that. They do, however, from what I'm reading, take around 30% of all games on the store. So if it's all games, it doesn't really matter whether it's decent games or rubbish games. So why allow the rubbish games? Then we get down to individual perception. You know, what I find to be a really rubbish game, someone else might actually enjoy and go, well, I only pay £10 for it. As long as I get a few hours out of it, I'm really happy. So that's why I feel that the rating system has to come back with a few changes, and there needs to be a review system below every single game. I think the first change that needs to happen is that there has to be a minimum game time before you can review a product. I think that's only fair. It's quite funny actually on Steam. Sometimes you see fantastic reviews, 5-star reviews, and it says the gameplay is less than an hour. Also, on the flip side of that, you can get reviews that are over 500 hours and someone's ended up putting a rubbish review on there. Well, it can't be that bad, otherwise you wouldn't have invested that amount of time in there. So I think a minimum game time to start with before you can even leave a simple rating. I think to further enhance that rating system, you should then have a choice to fill in, say, 5 questions with a rating system and a space for just a couple of sentences. We don't need the long dissertations. People don't generally read those, and you just scroll straight to the end for the summary. One of the most important questions should be, was this game as described? Now, let's be honest, it is the casual gamer we're trying to protect here. Obviously, gamers like myself and maybe you are in Discords, we're on YouTube, we're watching reviews, maybe even we're producing reviews. But it's the casual gamer, just the man or woman after work, scrolling through the store, seeing what they fancy playing. They're the people here that we're trying to protect and not waste their money. But it does make you wonder why these developers put themselves under the indie banner and produce such rubbish when true indie development is some of the most ingenious and fantastic ideas. These sort of games that I'm talking about are not. This one, for example. This one was released 2 days ago on the PlayStation Store. It's only for PlayStation 4. It's from BMO Games. It's called Academy of Drift, and a very, very brief introduction and description. Play drifting and racing with Academy of Drift. Start drift and racing with nice car and realistic graphics. Realistic is spelt wrong. And this is what the game actually looks like. Now, I think you'll agree that is not worth £16 of anybody's money. Interesting to note though, a lot of these lower quality games for the PlayStation 4, around the £15 mark, you can actually complete all of the trophies in less than 5 minutes. Is that really important to people? Is that a thing? I didn't even know about this. If it is, then I suppose you get what you deserve, but surely that's not why these games exist. But with the Sony Store set up the way it is, we need to just vote with our wallets to start with at least. Let's not buy this rubbish. I mean, it's pretty obvious it's going to be rubbish. Even from the title, from the artwork, it's pretty obvious it's not going to be worth your time. Sony also need to introduce a refund system whereby if you play it for a certain amount of time and you can put together some sort of document or questionnaire as to the reasons why you didn't like it, surely that's got to happen. It happens on Steam. Why can't it happen on the PlayStation Store? But with it looking like consoles now are going to be all digital with maybe an external disc that is going to get more niche and niche as time goes on, this is important stuff on the digital store. So I'd love to know in the comments section below. Get down there now and tell me how you think Sony should put forward some kind of plan to protect us, the consumer, and give us the tools that we need to know if a game is any good or not. But that is everyone. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.